This is Celeste of Astrology by Celeste. I am here with a special forecast. Marjorie Taylor Greene, a MAGA Republican, former MAGA Republican, has resigned from Congress after her spat with the president that led to him calling her a traitor and her getting death threats. And this is the astrology of the event is so illustrative of astrology. I wanted to come on here and talk about it. Yes. Hey, Calm Catalan, I'm going to talk about this because, hey, Patty and everyone, Bake Foy and Doug and everybody and Burger. It is a stunning development. So today what we had, let's go back. Let's go back to Wednesday, Thursday, depending where you live. We had a new moon at 28 degrees of Scorpio that was conjunct Mercury retrograde and Black Moon Lilith, which is a point. Now, new moons, things are seeded, and 28 is almost to 29 degrees. The last degrees is a degree of crisis and decay called the anaretic degree. Mercury is retrograde. Mercury has to do with communication and thought processes. And when it's retrograde, the possibility for conflict is significantly increased. Retrogrades bring conflict, delays, collapses of things that were contemplated. And Lilith was Adam's first wife from the Bible. And she would not be subservient. She would not lay beneath him. She was, I guess you would call Lilith the first feminist. And she, depending on what you read, she was either kicked out of the Garden of Eden or she left. And then God took a rib and made Eve, supposedly. Yes, is the mythology around that. Now, so that was things were seeded, and we knew we were going to be seeing Lilith figures in the collective, and there have been several, but Marjorie Taylor Greene is the big one. Now, what happened after that is, as well, Uranus, the planet of sudden events, shocks and awe, is at 29 degrees of Taurus. And earlier today, when she resigned, the sun was at 29 degrees of Scorpio, and they were headed for a collision oppositional course. And Scorpio rules power dynamics, like these power struggles, taboo things, secret conspiracies, all these kinds of things. And she resigned when the sun was opposite Uranus, right about to go into the sign of Sagittarius. Now, Uranus rules sudden breaks, and it's on the axis. That axis of Taurus and Scorpio is pleasure, power, and resources. So think about that. And this week's podcast, Celestial Insights Podcast, available wherever you listen, was called Apocalypse Now. And today's word of the day was tsunami. That, this imagery of rushing water, like just this wave coming that, no matter how fast you try to run, you can't get away from, is coming for the president. I've been saying that the president there's something coming. It's an avalanche wrapped in a tsunami. And this is part of it, not just the Epstein files. This is part of it, because hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. And she is someone who is a Gemini sun. And her sun is opposite the planet Neptune. So there's this big thing about Neptune as a planet of illusions and delusions, and is opposite Neptune in Sagittarius, sign of philosophies, belief systems. And so when she gets disillusioned, hold on to your hat. And her Black Moon Lilith right now in her birth chart, it's always there, is Pluto is on it. It's 1 degree of Aquarius. So Lilith, this imagery of this woman, this fury, unleashed feminine fury that will not be subservient, will not sit down, will not do what she is told, has been unleashed. And next week's podcast is called Pandora's Box. Sunday's word of the day is Crusader. She's going to be on those Sunday shows, tearing it up. What is she going to be telling us? Let me read what I wrote. Yeah, on Sunday, there's going to be a Capricorn moon, so she's going to be talking about government things. With the sun sextile Pluto, you may be fired up to defend your beliefs or challenge something that feels off. Channel the Crusader energy into purposeful action rather than conflict. Well, she's not going to do that. Yes, expect bold opinions and fiery stances. So let me back up. And so she announced this with the sun opposite Uranus, a sudden shock, and then the sun moves into Sagittarius. Our focus changes. It's shining a light on Sagittarius things. What are people talking about? Her philosophies, her belief systems, all of these Sagittarian things. And it's changed. And then Sunday with the sun sextile Pluto, what is she going to be sharing? Pluto unearths things. It humiliates. She is so in such a state of fury, and she has a Leo moon, so she's very proud. So this is like this betrayal I read her whole resignation letter. Her resignation letter where she talked about how she left her father's deathbed or while he was in the hospital, her father or the mother, to go, do Donald Trump's bidding, and how many sacrifices she's made for this man. She was with him from the beginning. And the fact that he turned on her, she is not getting over that. No, she's not. And she's got Mars and Cancer. So when she gets mad, her Mars reports into her Leo moon. When she gets mad, she gets dramatic. And she's going to show up and she's going to show out. Yes, she is. And she's got Mercury at 27 degrees of Gemini. So talkity. And Saturn right now is slowing to station direct, and it's squaring her Mercury, intensifying this mental feelings of anguish, rage, whatever is going on in her head. And it's going to be like that for a while. Saturn's not moving. It's 2 degrees off, but she's going to get one more hit with that Saturn squaring her Mercury, and we'll see when that is. But anyway, she is on the war path. Yes, she is. And she is an example of Lilith from this new moon. So we will be watching her, what she's doing and what she's saying. And she's going to be talking. And I think she's going to be revealing a lot of the dirty dealings that go on in Washington. Next Monday's word of the day is reckoning, then collective, fate, and then blessings for Thanksgiving. Embrace and then unravel for next Saturday, the 29th, when Mercury goes direct and Venus is opposite Uranus. So we'll see what happens. How much is she talking about money matters and all the funny business that goes on in Congress? Will be interesting to hear as well. Yeah, and she's got a Venus opposite Uranus in her birth chart. So there's a big story, I think, that could very well be about her and be public next Saturday as well. Let me read the comments here. Okay. So it is something. Yeah. Oh, good. Hey, Meg Foy. Hi, Rosie. So nice to see you. She resigned. Marjorie Taylor Greene resigned this evening. So read her resignation letter. It's like 2 pages. And she really gets into how she was there to fight for the American people, the common man and woman. and that, all these corporate powers, this, that, and the other thing of this will not allow, she couldn't get past that. And then after the president giving her the boot was the last straw. Yeah, hey, Tiffany. Yes, she's resigned effective January 5th. So absolutely. Yes, it's an avalanche wrapped in a tsunami. Absolutely. Oh yeah, look at January's. Oh, thank you, Tiffany. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, she's going to let it all out. I think she's this Lilith energy. She's going to be telling us stuff. Hey, Hilda Puppy, so nice to see you. Absolutely. Yes, this retrograde has been crazy. It has been an intense time. We are in a time of collapse where Saturn and Neptune are meeting, and structures are like coming down, things we thought we could rely on, things that we thought they were the way they were. And we're a year of the 9, and as this ends, 9's the last single digit number. It has a lot of themes of endings. And then next year is a year of the 1, a lot of new starts. So we'll see what is Marjorie's new start. Is she going to be going around the country? I think there is this rising. I think we're going to have more than 2 political parties. I don't know. It really feels like there's this fracturing. The 2-party system is not working, and we may be seeing, more and more fracturing which is in line with Uranus will go back into Gemini next year. So we'll see what her plans are, what she's going to do, but she is on the war path. Hey, Rebecca, so good to see you. Okay, I'm going to pull 3 cards about this whole thing from my deck, which is called World Predictions deck. What is next for Marjorie Taylor Greene? Is she going to be divulging something to us on the Sunday shows and all the podcasts she's going to be talking about over the next couple of weeks? Will there be a reversal? Mercury's retrograde. Will there be any kind of reversal? You never know. Okay, let's see. Will she make a deal behind the scenes? Okay, fire heat wave. The sun is in Sagittarius, approaching a conjunction with Mars. So this is her for sure. Explosive situation and floods and heavy rain. So I think it's going to be very emotional. There is a grand trine in water in the sky on Monday. Mercury retrograde backs into, and Venus come together in Scorpio. I think her Leo moon is at about like 25, 26 degrees. We don't know her exact birth time because that is squaring her Leo moon. And yeah. So think about what you're hearing, what secrets she's talking about, the behind the scenes, under the surface dealings as Mercury and Venus come together. And she's going to be talking about her political party, an alliance, a Venus topic, trying Jupiter and Cancer. The United States is a Cancer sun, and Jupiter rules wealth, talking about all the money. And then Saturn and Neptune are in Pisces. So there's this grand trine in water in the sky. So yeah, keep that in mind when she is talking about and listening how the words she says. Yeah, yes, she's mad, Bren, because Donald Trump said you cannot run for Senate because your numbers are too bad. And I wonder if she was told that right around the time Uranus on July 7th went into the sign of Gemini, and then she's a Gemini sun. So did she have an awakening about herself, about her communication, how she was coming off? Because it's almost like she's had a complete change in her personality and how she approaches things. She's apologized for being so divisive. So we'll see as Uranus gets closer and closer to her sun. Yeah. Yes. Hey, Eva, so good to see you. Yes. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, she might be planning to run for president. There are all these people lining up to run for president. And on the right, we see, well, J.D. Vance. Nobody's going to vote for him, I don't think. But he's going to be president probably at some point, maybe. But Tucker Carlson is like setting himself up to run. Now Marjorie Taylor Greene. Yeah, we know Gavin Newsom on the left. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I just wanted to come on here and talk about this because this is a seismic thing. Think about Pandora's box when she's talking next week, because she's going to open it. And what happened? Let all the ills of the world pop out except for hope. Hope is at the bottom of the box. If she mentions Hope Hicks, that will be interesting. So, okay, that was all I had to say. Oh, underneath it all is cyber attack. Is she going to bring receipts with emails or text messages? Is she going to print them out and show Jake Tapper or whoever? So we'll see. Anyway, I just want to do a quick live. Take good care, everyone. And, you can check out the link in my bio. I have a bunch of great resources to help you navigate this time, a 2026 forecast video, as well as a lunar planning guide and a digital calendar. Take good care.